Welcome to today's 15-minute yoga Pilates for core and ab strength. Let's get right into it. Coming into a kneeling position, extending the arms out wide at shoulder height, relaxing the shoulders, lengthening the spinal column, and we're going to begin to pulse our arms up and down, lifting and lowering the arms a few centimeters, engaging the muscles of the arms here. Feeling your fingertips reaching out in opposite directions, broadening the heart space, engaging the core. We've got the hips, the knees, and the shoulders aligned here. Finding length, feeling the engagement of your arms, softening the facial features, and allowing the breath to guide you here. Taking lovely, gentle breaths in through the nose and exhaling. You can do this. Flip the grip, palms facing skywards now, same movement as before. Arms are moving up and down. The more you can engage your arms and be aware of the integral movements of this sequence, the greater the benefits you are going to receive. Remember to smile. Stay grounded in this moment. You've got this. A few more pulses in this direction. Perhaps you're beginning to feel the heat in the arms now. I know I am. Final few pulses in this direction. And from here, turn the palms to face forwards and begin to pulse the arms forwards and backwards. You might be noticing a tremendous sensation around the deltoids, the shoulders, seeing if you can soften into the upper back, really switching on the core here to support you. Keeping those fingertips active, everything is working together here. Breathe. Remind yourself of your inner courage. Last few pulses in this direction. And from here, turning the palms to face behind you and again pulsing the arms forwards and backwards. The arms remain at shoulder height. The arms are extended. You can do this. Breathe. Final few pulses, keep those arms up and begin to create circles in one direction. This might feel like a little bit of a release for the shoulders, but still keeping that activation in the arms. We've got a couple more exercises left. Last 3 circles in this direction and reversing the direction, keeping with the circles, but this time rotating the arms in the opposite direction. We've got this. This is our final movement with our arms elevated. We're going to get a break soon. I can assure you of this. Keep breathing. Well done. Keep the arms up and hold. Breathe. Extend the arms a little wider. And release. Beautiful work. Stretch out the arms. Take any organic movement that feels nourishing. Allow yourself to exhale any tension that might have built up. And from here we'll come into a kneeling position, cactus the arms out wide, and take a few variations of a cat-cow, joining the forearms together and opening the heart space. Mobilizing the upper back. Wonderful. Lowering down into child's pose. Taking one mindful breath in child's pose. And from here we'll come up into a supported half plank. And let's take 10 Pilates style push-ups. The triceps, the upper arms are hugging the torso, lowering the chest towards the earth. You might like to kiss the mat every time you lower down. Raising with control, lengthening the back of the neck, engaging the abdomen. Last one. Beautiful. Sinking the hips back, child's pose. Feel the lengthening of the spine here. Inhale, press into the palms, rise up into a tabletop position. We'll lower down onto our forearms, elbows are underneath shoulders, extending one leg back at a time, plank pose. The core is engaged here and we're really switching on the quadriceps to support us. Spreading the fingertips wide, grounding down through the palms, the forearms. Feeling the core activation. Knowing that you can do this. Slow, deep, and gradual breaths. From here, pivoting the torso to the left, raising the left arm skywards, side plank Vashisthasana. You have the option to keep your left foot in front of your right foot, or you can stack your feet one atop of the other, keeping the hips elevated, keeping the core engaged, imagining as though you can glue your navel to your spine here. Keeping the heart space open. One more breath. Great work, returning to plank pose. And we'll set up for supported side plank on the other side, taking your time, finding your variation. If this feels too intense, knowing that you can always drop your knee down onto the mat for a little bit more support. Breathe. One more breath. Beautiful work, returning to plank pose, extending the arms and shifting the hips back, downward facing dog. Breathe. Feeling a beautiful stretch along the entire posterior chain. Well done, roll through into plank pose again, this time keeping the arms extended, staying high on the balls of the feet. 2 mindful breaths here. Grounding down through the right palm, we'll pivot our body to the left, raising the left arm skyward, side plank. Knowing that you always have the option to return to the previous variation or take any modifications that suit your energy levels for today. Returning to plank pose. And taking Vashisthasana on the other side. Yes, you can do this. Pressing firmly into the index finger and the thumb of your supporting hand to really help protect the wrist here. Feeling the right fingertips reaching skywards, final breath. Well done, returning to plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. This is our last down dog, stretch it out. Well done. Lower the knees down, point the toes, and we'll come into puppy pose. Extending the arms out in front, keeping the hips level with the knees. Lowering the chest, the heart space towards the earth. You might like to rest your chin on the mat or perhaps your forehead. Really turning on the lower abdomen here to protect the lower back. Breathe. Great job. Mindfully gliding the torso forwards, lowering down onto the belly, coming up into Sphinx pose. Again, elbows are underneath the shoulders. Pressing firmly into the tops of the feet and the pubic bone, relaxing the glutes and really trying to find length through the spinal column. Rolling the shoulder blades back, opening the heart. This is a really great counter posture after performing plank pose, which can often round and hunch the shoulders. So this is a really great way to invite loving expansion into the upper body. One more breath. Well done. Okay, pressing into the palms, sink the hips back, child's pose. Breathing into the back body. Coming up into diamond pose, interlacing the fingers together behind the back, opening the heart space and guiding the bind round to the right side of your waist. Exhale left ear to left shoulder and begin to create some circular movements or some half circles with the head and the neck, releasing any tension that might have built up. Re-extend the arms behind you and guide the bind round to the opposite side, the left side of your waist. Again, finding any organic movement with the head and the neck that feels good for you. Inhale, re-extend the arms behind you, gaze up once more. And we'll come into a forward fold child's pose, but keeping the arm bind. So imagining as though you can guide the hands overhead towards the earth. Feeling a beautiful release in the upper back, an opening for the shoulders. And working your way upright to diamond pose. Great job. We have one more stretch to round off practice. You can stay in diamond pose or join us in camel posture. Starting in a kneeling position, knees are hip width distance apart, placing the palms on the sacral region of your spine, fingertips facing towards the earth, arching the upper body, opening the heart space, pushing the hips forwards as you begin to extend one arm behind you at a time to reach for the same heel. Pushing those hips forwards, relaxing the glutes, maybe arching the head back if it's in your practice. Breathe, close the eyes, reconnect with your inner well-being. One more mindful breath. Beautiful work, returning one palm to the lower back at a time. Lowering the sits bones down onto the heels, diamond pose, relaxing the palms. And folding the torso forwards, coming into child's pose, this time with the arms extended the length of the body. Finding softness. Taking one more loving breath in this posture. Inhale, raise the torso, extend the arms skywards. Exhale, palms to heart center. Thanking yourself so much for today. Namaste.